Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Look there, it says Sally. And it. I think it was 8. I think it had 8 ticks. 4, it's like 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 9. 8 or 9. I couldn't tell. On the side of his 1911, he had 5 ticks, and then he had either 3 or 4. Couldn't quite tell. Thanks, Treyarch, for giving us this crazy mythology that's lasted, 11 and a half years. And thanks for giving this digital woman a fine manicure before having her smoke cigarettes
Ascension
and
7
speak numbers into
15,
a microphone.
1
There she goes.
2 19 7 25
Look at the pores in her skin.
6 13
This is Xbox 360
7
on
15,
Xbox One.
14 0.
Did it look this good on Xbox 360? Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, it couldn't have. You couldn't have seen those pores. Okay, see, look at the gun on our left, his right. It says Sally, and there's like it's 5 ticks as if like 5 kills. But then further down the barrel, there's another 3 ticks, or maybe it's 4. They're really close, and I couldn't read them, so maybe that's important. I'll explain why in a minute. Okay, so my good friend, the Gamecation, mentioned to me if you press the left and right triggers here instead of choosing any menu option whatsoever, you're locked in a chair. And if you look at the screen down below, you can kind of see it shows there's like a security cam feed for the room. You can kind of see yourself locked in this chair. And if you start pressing the left and right triggers back and forth, break free. Check that out. You break out of your freaking chair. Ta-da! How cool is that? Easter egg. There's Kennedy. There's Yeltsin? I don't know. Maybe? I think. So I'm not sure exactly what year it is. We're gonna find out in a minute. Show you why or how. That looks pretty nefarious. I don't think that was meant for our best intentions. That cigarette must have been the one the gal with the red lipstick was putting in her perfectly applied lipsticked mouth. Let's get. Oh my God! 12-volt battery. That's attached to the chair that I'm in. That's not good. Let's move away. Check out the room we're in. It's pretty cool. Lots of lights shined on our little area. So they were inundating us with political propaganda, basically, and torture. So I guess they were probably conditioning this guy Mason. Main character is Alex Mason in this game, being forced to watch video footage about war and politics, and then probably giving him the old what was that movie? I bet the old in out and ultra-violence. A little bit of that. I'm going to condition him. Sort of a Manchurian candidate sort of thing. These are brand new. That's a digital tape recorder. Fits in your pocket. Take it anywhere. That's a stopwatch. Use that to record your lap times when you're in the pool. If you're swimming in an Olympic-sized pool, you just kind of keep that. You can keep it on your hip while swimming. Another look at the cam feed. Alright, take a look around. Sound baffles. I wish I had these in my living room now. Make me sound even better. Anechoic padding is what that's called. Alright, what we got here? This right here is the coolest. Yes, let's. Yes, let's press X. Alright, now this is the coolest thing in the world. So, if you weren't alive in the 80s, this may not be intuitive to you. So, here we go. We got a keyboard, top right corner of the screen. You can press blah 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 blah, bunch of keys, and then enter. And then you get what comes up when you do that on a PC in the 80s. And the keys even look like an old mechanical keyboard. That kind of off-white colored look, and even the orange color to let you know which one you've selected. If you leave it on the enter key, a lot of times the enter key did look like that. Excuse me. So when you enter gobbledygook, pops up error unknown command, try help. So why don't we? Help always lets you know what you can, a general idea of the commands you're allowed to use in basic DOS, right? Hey, American Meneer just jumped online. So you can use help, cat, cd for change directory to see what's there, decode, encode, exit to get out of a login session, help obviously, login, mail, rlogin, and who. This is cool, so let's try who just to see all the users that have accounts on the current system. Enter. Okay, we have W. Rayborn. I don't know what that is. V. Bush. T. Walker. T. Brooks. R. Richard Nixon, I guess. R. Kane. R. Jackson. R. Helms. Lyndon B. Johnson. J. Turner. J. McCone. J. Hudson. John F. Kennedy. J. Bowman. G. Weaver. F. Woods. D. King. B. Harris. A. Smith. And A. Mason. Any of those names sound familiar? I wonder. Well, Mason sounds familiar, of course. Woods and Weaver. Obviously, the presidents, Richard Nixon, John F. Kennedy. Bush. I don't know if there was a granddaddy Bush. Was there a Victor Bush up in the woodpile? I have no idea. Let's find out. Let's find out more. What's going on? Let's go to help again. Okay, cat prints the contents of the files. That's sort of how we activate the files. And let's find out what files there are to look at. So to do that, we do directory. dir. Displays the contents of the current directory. Check that out. Battle Berlin, Dad Letter 1, Dad Letter 2, Dad Letter 3, something about a Nova memo, Mackers, Note X, Note X2, Aussie, Sys Letter 1, TA1, Anvil.snd, Bar Havana, Cage, Pick, Hand Target, SND. So we got three kinds of file types here. We got text files, sound files, and pics. Lots to choose from. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them just yet in this video. I just want to kind of give you guys an overview of how elaborate this is. If you got this game and just played it, you'd never even know this was here. I mean, this game is based on, it's a Cold War era game. And the background of all these characters are set up in this PC that you wouldn't even know how to get to unless somebody happened to have figured out the jiggling of the triggers button and then walked around and then started trying to get in to the PC and whatnot. So there's lots of stories and background info in the different text files. You're playing the character Alex Mason. The dad letter 1, dad letter 2, dad letter 3, those are all written to you. And we'll read them later. Let's take a look at the mail. So in the help menu, mail is one of the commands we can use. Opens the current user's mailbox, which is Mason. Oops. Delete that. Mail, enter. And he has 10 emails to choose from. Dating from, well, not exactly emails, because it dates from 1963 to 1978, and that it paints a really good picture of who he was and what's going on in his life right up until 1978, and July 4th, 1978. It's pretty exciting. I mean, it's like X-Files type stuff. You're like, what is going on? All right. So this is the gimme stuff. This is like the freebies. You kind of got to figure this out just to get here, okay? So you can go through that at your leisure. Then, once you've done that, then you look back. Oops, excuse me. You have to be able to get out of the email, which is, to get out of email, it says there, press type ? For help. And the email commands are I, display inbox, N, read message, or just type in the number of the message you'd like to read, or Q, quit email. So I'm going to select Q, press enter, and we're back to the command line. So of all these, I typed in who in the command line. These are all the different usernames that have access to this this login station. And I imagine each of these login names has a password that you can figure out somehow and log in and gain some sort of story or information that enriches the narrative of this game. This is incredible. Now I know there's YouTube videos. Gamecation has sent me a YouTube video to watch. I haven't watched it yet. I didn't want it to bias this particular video that I made because this is just sort of like a wet your whistle, quick overview of what this workstation Easter egg had to offer. I didn't want to know too much, give away anything. Alls I know is I had one last guess as to what Alex Mason's login password might be. So I'm going to try that. If I'm right, great. If I'm wrong, so be it. Now you remember the I mentioned during the loading screen that picture. Mason's got his 2 pistols in his hand, his 2 45 1911s, and the one in his right hand had Sally, and then he had either 8 or 9 ticks scratched on the side of the slide, the barrel. So 8 or 9, one or the other. Like, you always do 4 vertical slashes, and then when you get to 5, you do a diagonal slash to score those out and complete the 5th. Then you start another group. You could either read that as 8 or 9. I couldn't tell if the second grouping was 3 or 4 vertical slashes. You could read that as, let's say, 8, or you could read that as a 5 and a 3. But before that was the word Sally. Maybe he named his gun Sally. I don't know. So let's try Sally. And let's try 53. Invalid password. Let's try 54. In case it was 4 vertical slashes. Alright, A. The only drawback I see to this particular user interface is that, yes, you do have to use the hunt and peck method of data entry. You can't use 10-finger typing, unfortunately. So now let's try Sally 54. Okay, so it was actually 4 ticks instead of 3. Cross your fingers, folks. Let's see if this works. I'm holding my breath. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. That didn't work either. All right, so after researching a lot of things and trying to figure out what his password was, I couldn't figure it out. So I'm gonna take a look at that YouTube video that Gamecation sent me, because this is just too crazy. I will look at one. I will look at one, and it makes sense. Well, he did tell me the password of one of them. Let's see if he's there. Rayburn, Bush, Walker, Brooks, Nixon, Kane, Jackson, Helms, Johnson, Turner, McCone, Hudson, Kennedy. Let's. I thought Oppenheimer was in the list, but I guess not. Oppenheimer is not in the list. I'll be darned. Well, never mind. Thought he was. Let me ask my son what Oppenheimer. A quick question about him. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. All right, we're going to try one. Let's see. Gamecation sent me a different one, not Oppenheimer. I was wrong. It was V. Bush. I don't know who V. Bush was exactly. He must have been one of the ones. Well, I'll explain that in a minute. I think I do know who he was. Let's try it. Log in. Oops. delete. 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 Log in. Enter. V. Bush. Maybe he worked with Oppenheimer? Maybe that's the deal? Password. Manhattan? It's either that or Philadelphia. What do you think, folks? Hold your breath. What? It didn't say invalid. But it didn't seem to go anywhere. Security privileges required. Maybe we have to enter somebody else's name first. Alright, let's hold on a minute. D. Holy smokes. Okay, so here I was trying to log in a Mason earlier, and he was already logged in. That's crazy. So when I looked at the directory, that was all the stuff that was in his directory. So apparently, now that I have logged in vbush, and Manhattan was the password, but there's no fanfare. There's no like explosive fireworks to designate. Congratulations! This isn't a game. This is just a terminal. It's just a PC terminal. So yeah, of course. If your password is correct, great. There's a command line. This is awesome. No trophy, no achievement. Command line. It just doesn't say error. So now that I look at the directory, it is totally different. And we have pics. But let's take a look. Oh my god, this is insane. Let's take a look at the only text message. Or readable file here, I should say. I don't know if they called them text messages back in whenever this was. Cat was the command for displaying files, and then DLPW. DLPW, and you have to also type the file extension .txt. DLPW. I don't know what that stands for. Oh, password. Note to self. DLPW is standard agency cipher. Oh my. Download password? Maybe? Holy smokes. That looks important. So that looks like well, exactly what it is. A cipher. A key. Which I guess I'll have to write down. I'm not going to remember that. And I imagine that's going to come in handy. This is going to be a process, folks. This is a whole game in and of itself. I may never get to a point where I'm actually shooting anyone in this game, because this is going to consume me, and I think it's amazing. Let me get something to write. Where's my journal? I use it every day. It's always right next to me. In my man purse. You know, when all else fails, just take a picture. It'll last longer. And I have done that. I've taken a picture. It's kind of blurry, but... Oh, it's very blurry. Let me try that again. Retake! Stand by. That's awful. Alright, let's see if that worked. Put on my cheater glasses, and it is mildly legible. Okay, let's see what else Mr. Bush has. Change directory. Nope. Cleared. Decode and code. Exit help. Mail. That's right. Mail. Oh my god. I can't wait to find out what he has in his mail. One piece of mail. Dreamland. Oh my god. What's it gonna say? Top secret. To redacted from Dreamland admin. Please note that access to the Dreamland Data Storage Center has been restricted to members of MJ12. Thank you. What? What? What's Dreamland? And why is the guy from the Manhattan Project working on turning Alex Mason into a Manchurian candidate? Okay, so press Q to exit. That's weird. See. Dreamland Storage Center. Is that different than the storage we're on now? Different than this particular PC? R login. Attempt to log in session on a remote system. Okay. Okay, let's try that. Said restricted, but let's give it a shot. R login. Oops! Gotta put the path, which is Dreamland, okay. R login. Cross your fingers, folks. Let's hope this does something. What? Oh crap. I wonder who has... Well, that's awesome. Alright, well let's... Let's imagine that V. Bush does have access. Because he's like Captain Access. Man. Same password, I hope. Manhattan. Hold on to your butts, folks. Oh, invalid password. Maybe I typed it wrong. Did I misspell Manhattan? Let's see. Maybe he changed his password. Let me try it again. What could he have changed it to? Maybe it's Philadelphia? Or, what was the name of the first atomic bomb? Trinity? Okay. My son says the name of the first atomic bomb that dropped was Trinity. However, MJ-12 was also the name of the, if you're a fan of the Black Ops franchise, it's the name of Majestic. So maybe that has something to do with it. So who knows? Let's see. Alright, try to get where I go. Remote login. Okay. Alright, Gencation is saying no, I'm way off. It's not going to be Manhattan. It's not Philadelphia. It's not going to be Trinity. I was closer when I said Majestic. But it's not just Majestic, it's Majestic 1. So I'm going to skip forward over about, let's say, 45 minutes of trial and error and cut right to the chase. Thank you, Gamecation. You just saved me a lot of investigative work. Because I was going to go with Majestic 9 and work my way back. That would have taken forever. All right, we're in. Let's see what we're in. Whoa. Down the rabbit hole we go. Here we are. Servant. Servant A. 1. Servant A. 115. Up to 359. 2977. A. 91,374. Servant B. 67,129. Servant B. 70,001. Servant B. 7326. Good Lord. Swamp 1. Update. Gov. T. After hours pick. Oh, I gotta see that. We gotta start right there. This is all the secret stuff, I bet. Typing it in. Gov T. What I imagine is going to be some sort of incriminating photograph of whoever Governor T is. Or government. Government. Not Governor T. Government after hours. Oh boy. What's that going to be? Government after hours pic.pic. It's probably lame. Cross your fingers. Let's hope it's, well, I have no idea what it's going to be. That's the thing. Why is this so cool? We're like picking through somebody's computer and we don't even know. Here we go. Invalid path. Did I misspell it? GOVT after hours. Oh, I wrote pick twice. Good Lord. Mediocre. That's why I picked my name, folks. Jack Dagger, superlative. Knife throwing comedian. Mediocre gamer. Type the whole thing over again. Govt Oops. Delete. And that's it. Then dot P I C. Is that right? Yes, that's right. That's awesome. It totally looks like a bitmap you'd bring up from a BBS in the 80s. I don't know what we're looking for, or looking at, but it doesn't look good. Bloody mess. Okay, cool. Great. Some sort of a lab. Things aren't going well in that particular lab. Oh man. This is incredible. So it's gonna be quite we're gonna have to pick through this, and I'm gonna leave it for next time. So I'm glad you guys are interested in this. I hope you're interested in this. You should be. This game is worth investigating. It's 11 years old. It's unbelievable. The game itself hasn't even started yet. This is an Easter egg you can get to before even selecting the first menu item. I highly recommend it. Give it a shot. If you enjoyed this, give me a like. Follow me. Subscribe to me. Name your kid after me. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.